Hello, 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 everybody. That's a good idea. How are you doing? Greetings, 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 everybody. Greetings, 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 everybody. Trust you're all doing great. Oh, never mind. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How is it going? Kindly power tap your screen and share the light. Invite the friends. No audio. Yes. Is there no audio? Is it from your end? No audio, really? Ah, so they can't hear. Why? Let's see. How about now? Hello? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Why? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me?
OTG settings.
It's connected. It's connected now. But it's blinking. I don't know why it's blinking. It's blinking. This one is blinking. Why is it blinking? Is it working now?
I said IG is working.
Okay. I want to know if can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Check check TikTok. Because that's not important place. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, hello, 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 hello.
Check the other one.
No, no, that's even the worst.
Even if it is breaking, you know that maybe something is wrong.
Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello.
Your mic is working.
Hello. Can you hear me clearly? Can you hear me clearly? Let me
Yes,
know now. If you can hear me clearly, let me know. How are you guys doing? Kindly power tap your screen and share the live. Okay, you can hear the hello now. Okay, you can hear me now, right? Power tap your screen. Okay, there's audio now. Thank you. So welcome, welcome to this special live broadcast. Um, I'm sure that it's going to bring real practical value to you. Kindly power tap your screen and share the live. Invite folks that you know to join us, right? Let them join us. So we are going to be looking at 2026. The title of this is 2026 in View. Type 2026, hashtag 2026 in the comment section. 2026 in View. Hashtag 2026 in View. The essence of a broadcast like this is to help bring clarity, whatever it is that you are doing, as you prepare to step into 2026. So kindly power tap the screen, share the live, invite your friends. Let's have a super session. We are currently live on 5 platforms: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And this is how we're going to be doing it as we move into 2026. We're going to be having very special broadcasts across these different platforms to help people navigate well, even in 2026. So 2026 in view. So I want to share with you the playbook for winning in 2026. First of all, 2026 is going to be a year of reset for many individuals. Many families, and many nations. 2026 is going to be a year of reset. If 2025 was a year where you saw shaking, 2026 is going to be a year of consolation. But realize that 2026 is a startup year. And if you are numerologically literate, you ought to have used 2025 to prepare for 2026. Right? Now, 2026 is not a year to be a spectator. 2026 is not a year where you are going to be a spectator. Right? It is a year that demands for you to be a key player in your life, in your industry, in the sector you operate in, major player in whatever you do. And also 2026 is not a year for soft life. 2026 is not a year where you are talking about soft life. 2026 is a year where you lay a solid foundation for the next 9 years. I cannot overemphasize that enough. Right? Now, the 3 major global forces or global focal points that if you are not giving attention to any of them, you are cheating yourself and you are doing yourself a great deal of disservice. The first is technological transformation. Type technological transformation in the comment section. Technological transformation. Type it in the comment section. The second is economic shifts. Economic shifts. See, this is not a time for you to start saying, I'm not a tech person. In the turn of the century, as we're going from year 2000 to year 2001, the definition of illiteracy shifted from someone who could who could not write, who could not read or write, but someone who was a computer literate, information literate, right? Now we are moving heavily into an era, into a world that demands a certain, at least basic universal or universal basic level of technological literacy. So there is nothing like I'm not techie. No, nobody's techie, right? Everything is figure outable. The reason you want to figure it out is because it will help to add to the advantage of your operations in this world. There is no tech that doesn't have the angle where you can start learning it like you're a dummy. Right? What's important is that you understand the essence of learning it, and then you develop interest because you know what the end game can be, what the end point can be. Kindly power up your screen, kindly share the light. So technological transformation, major trend, major global trend that if you key into, you are going to make good money. Second is economic shifts. And then the third is evolving workforce dynamics. Type evolving workforce dynamics in the comment section. Type evolving workforce dynamics in the comment section. Now, we are moving into an era where it is important for you to be a good person. It is important for you to be a good person. So I'll ask you this question. Are you a good person? Or are you a bad person? And what does it mean to be a good person? And what does it mean to be a bad person? See, technology is going to be fishing a lot of people out very, very easily. It'll be easy for people to identify if you're a good person or you're a bad person. Very, very easily. What does it mean to be a good person? What it means to be a good person is that you are powering your life on the back of values and character. Values and character. You are powering your every existential actions by clearly spelled out values and an unshakable character. And what it means to be a bad person is that you have zero values and character that serves as the barometer for determining the actions you take in your lifetime. Right? It is pretty important that you power your life on the back of values because you're going to be discovered very, very easy. Now, for the 2006 landscape, the core forces that will be shaping the opportunities, right, in 2026, the things that will determine your success in 2026. And your success in 2026 will depend on your personal understanding of these core forces. Now, when we talk about technology, the technological rave of the moment is artificial intelligence. And understand that artificial intelligence is accelerating. Artificial intelligence is no longer a future trend, right? But it is a present day driver reshaping virtually every sector. Now let's look at the influence of artificial intelligence in everything that we do. First is to look at the economic impact. For instance, generative AI is projected to add between 2.6 and 4.4 trillion dollars annually to the global economy. And its impact is most significant in the knowledge work industry, right? Knowledge work, marketing, software engineering, strategic roles in the corporate world, strategic roles in the business world, right? AI is going to have major economic impact. And if we're talking about these figures, trillions of dollars, the question you should be asking yourself is, how am I going to be positioned to, to earn a fraction of that? If I ask you right now, what do you know about AI? What can you tell me? See, I'm not one of those people who overhype anything. The same way the internet was rolled out to, in the 90s, mid into late 90s, and some people were doubting it, and it will not last. It's a fact. That's the same way AI is going to play a major role in the grand scheme of things. AI is nothing but a tool for enhancing the quality of your life, a tool for enhancing your business experience, right? So, and when it comes to problem solving, tool consciousness is one of the things that I try to help as many people as possible to understand. Tool consciousness, tools mastery. Because see, if you want to make money, you must solve problems. Most especially if you want to make big money. You must solve problems, big problems. Now, you can't solve any problem without tools. The reason why the architects of artificial intelligence came up with that tool is for problem-solving scalability. It is to scale the proficiency of problem solving. What used to take months and maybe years, problems that used to take months and years to solve, now maybe in weeks AI can aid you to solve it, to solve them. That is the way you begin to see it. See, the people who are pushing the envelope of civilization are the people who are proactive about innovating the next level tools. The problem with Africa, for instance, is that they are not proactive. We are not proactive about looking at global problems, even local problems. We are not even looking at local problems, let alone global problems. Looking at global problems and asking ourselves, what are the innovative tools we can come up with to help fast track the cycle of problem solving across all industries, across all sectors. But folks in other clients are always thinking about this. Right? Economic impact. The second influence of artificial intelligence is a career imperative. The World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs report of 2023 said that 44% of all workers' core skills will be disrupted within the next 5 years, and it's already happened, just 2 years after. right? And guess what? This divide will be between those who learn how to use AI as their co-pilots and those who refuse to learn to use AI. Tell us in the comment section, which AI tools would you say you are proficient at using right now? Tell us in the comment section. What AI tools have you started using? Have you started learning how to use? And tell us on a scale of 1 to 10, how good are you at using those tools? Tell us in the comment section. Right? The acceleration of artificial intelligence is something that nobody can stop. ChatGPT for research. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how good are you at using ChatGPT? The second important thing that we need to pay attention to is the green and sustainable transition. I'm already talking about future focused trends, 2026 and beyond. The green and sustainable transition is something that a lot of Africans are not paying attention to. Right? They are not paying attention to them. The global shift towards sustainability is creating a massive new job market, massive new business frontier. Right? Now, it has been said that the market growth of the global green technology and sustainable market is projected to grow to over $61 billion by 2030. See, I remember in 2006. 2006 was when I learned computer literacy. Even though I'd already started surfing the internet from 2002. Right? But it was in 2005. It was in 2005 I learned computer literacy. Desktop publishing. That was what it was called. Right? Where you learned how to use Microsoft Office, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, Microsoft Outlook, and then we also learned Corel Draw, in those days. If you could use those tools, then at that time, then you were termed to be a computer literate. But guess what? Computer literacy has advanced way past that. Computer literacy is always evolving. Information technology literacy is always evolving. If you allow yourself to be left behind, you are going to be relegated to irrelevance. That's certain. Right? The green and sustainable transition is something that you should begin to pay attention to. Of course, you can't pay attention to everything, but of course, I'm giving you a broad spectrum outlook about the trends that will become that will gain more ground in 2026. Right? Now, also in the green and sustainable transition, job creation, is something that will give advantages to those who are in alignment with the green and sustainable transition. For instance, LinkedIn's Global Green Skill Reports indicates that job requiring green skills grew at a median rate of nearly 20% from 2022 to 2023. And this far outpaces the overall workforce. So if you know nothing about green technology, sustainability transition, please go and research them. Right? And the roles ranges from renewable energy technicians, ESG analysts. ESG stands for environmental, social, and governance. ESG analysts. And there are professional bodies that are certifying people who want to acquire some certifications in this, right? Now, the third important thing that you need to focus on is geopolitical recalibration and economic resilience. Geopolitical recalibration and economic resilience. The global supply chain is rethinking, the way, the previous economic volatility used to look like. And they are creating new priorities, right? Number one, business shift. There is a new concept gaining ground now called friendshoring. Friendshoring. Type friendshoring in the comment section. Friend and shoring, one word. Right? For the purpose of building resilience in the workplace, mental resilience, emotional resilience, physical resilience, psychological resilience. You need to understand that localized supply chains are fast innovating to meet local needs while adopting global suggestions. Right? And this is boosting demand for logistics innovation. So you should start looking at how you can bring innovation into the logistics value chain. Logistics innovation, cybersecurity for operational technology, and regional manufacturing expertise. These are three important trends that will be gaining ground in 2026. Now, what are the 2026 opportunity metrics? The 2026 opportunity metrics, where to play, where to begin to pay attention to, right? The key workplace and career trends for 2026. See, understanding the wider shifts in how and where people work is crucial as we move into 2026. Right? Now, a global report on workplace trends highlights that while the workplace is being redesigned by technology, the focus remains on human needs. No matter the ranting on technological advancements, tech is just a tool, or tech are just tools. The bottom line is you want to use tech to enhance the way you meet human needs. So the focus remains on meeting human needs. And if you allow the razzmatazz of AI, of technology, to make you shift your focus from that, from meeting human needs, you are going to be missing the mark. And if you miss the mark in the marketplace, you are going to lose. You are going to be forgotten very quickly. Now again, let's talk about AI, and from this standpoint, talking about AI from the standpoint of a core team member. Now understand that AI, artificial intelligence, is evolving from merely being a tool, used by humans, to a contributing team member. A contributing team member that can manage workflows, that can join meetings, and that can suggest strategies. When we talk about agentic AI, for instance. Right? And the implication of this on your profession is that an example to give is a global recruitment firm that confirms that the ability to use AI effectively and ethically is now a core skill. A core skill that will define career success moving forward. You know, like 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago, recruiters started looking at your social media as part of the criteria to employ you. That is still continuous. That will continue. But it's now being taken to the next level. They want to see how proficient you are, at what level you are, at the way you have mastered how to use artificial intelligence to enhance your workflow. Right? Now, the action you need to take when it comes to the adoption of artificial intelligence is you need to learn what is called AI agents. You need to learn how AI agents work in your field or in your industry. Literally go on ChatGPT and type, how does AI agents work, whatever industry you're in, put that industry there and let it tell you. Now, I'm not necessarily asking you to go and become a programmer, even though if you do, you are putting yourself on a higher pedestal of advantage. But I'm asking you to understand how to manage, prompt, and integrate AI outputs. See, if you allow yourself to be left behind, you are going to be relegated to irrelevance. Never tell yourself that you are too old for this. There is nothing like you're too old. We're talking about the operational tools of this age. I'm not saying of the future, because the future is already here. Start from wherever you are. Right? Start from wherever you are. If you're not proactive about updating your skill arsenal with core AI skills, you are cheating yourself. Right? Now, another trend that you should pay attention to as you move into 2026 and beyond is understanding the role, the important role that authenticity will play over AI generated perfectionism mirage. Right? Today, in the corporate world, job applications are perfectly written with AI generated tools. So it's now the norm for somebody to have perfect CVs, perfect application, and you employ them. And you have entered one chance. Right? You must truly curate your authenticity. More than ever before, personal branding is going to stand out. Of course, AI enabled personal brand will stand out even more. But at the core of your personal branding, authenticity must never shift. Because everybody is now the way mass marketing has been done, heavy marketing budget has been invested into artificial intelligence adoption. There's going to be a swarm adoption. Now, there will be people who will no longer use their brains for anything. All they want to do is just to put a prompt in an LLM or an SLM. LLM is large language model. SLM is small language model. The brain itself is a supercomputer. There is no LLM or SLM that is more powerful than your brain. Everything outside of your biology are only supposed to be tools complementary tools to your super tool. Your super tool is your brain. If you allow yourself to what's the word? Sacrifice your natural intelligence at the altar of artificial intelligence, you are going to be doing yourself a great deal of disservice. You are just going to be a disposable entity. Because the only way you're going to stand out is when your natural intelligence is intact and you are ever curating it, and then you are marrying it with artificial intelligence. That's how you're going to be. You are going to be an entity that stands out amongst the rest. So authenticity will gain ground as we move into 2026. Authenticity at the core of the deployment of artificial intelligence. Very, very important. Right? So you need to learn to use AI. Yes. Learn to use AI for many things. For polishing your application, for polishing your CVs, but ensure that the core skills, the core content of the application of the CV, your skills, your responsibilities, your achievements are genuinely yours, not claims, because you are going to be exposed. Now, what are the high opportunities and resilient industries to pay attention to in 2026? What are the high opportunities? High opportunities industries, high resilient industries for 2026. Now, whether you are starting a business or advancing a career, positioning within a growing or stable industry is key. Now, one of the things I tell budding entrepreneurs, folks who are just about starting businesses, one of the things I tell them is that, see, look at the market and ask yourself, is this a big market? Because if it's a small market, you are going to struggle to make money in that market. The reason, the real estate industry is because it's a big market. The Nigerian real estate industry alone is 61 trillion naira. It's worth 61 trillion naira. It's a big market. The consulting industry, it's a big market. Servicing corporate organizations, as a consultant, service the corporate world. So the corporate world is a massive market. All the corporate world, all the industry put together, that's what consulting is. We're talking hundreds of trillions of naira. Right? Understanding high opportunities industries, high resilient industries is key as we move into 2026 and beyond. Right? You should be deliberate about identifying sectors that are either expanding. Expanding means they are growing in their economic value. Or sectors that are resistant to economic downturns. They're not volatile. Right? Now, the first one is the essential needs and recession resilient sectors. The essential needs and recession resilient sectors. Businesses and services that meet non-negotiable human needs. Non-negotiable human needs tend to maintain stable demand. Right? And these sectors are strong bets for both entrepreneurs and employees. Whether you're looking at starting a career or you're looking at entrepreneurship, it doesn't matter. I tell people that there's really no difference between 9 to 5 and entrepreneurship. There's really no difference. Because all the motivational speakers that makes you look like when you work a 9 to 5, you just be your own boss thing. That be your own boss ideology. There is no difference between entrepreneurship and 9 to 5. Everybody is trying to service the marketplace. Everybody is trying to service customers. There's no difference. As a matter of fact, it's even much more difficult. Entrepreneurship is way more difficult than 9 to 5. But bottom line is that you are trying to service the marketplace. with some kind of economically viable value. Right? So when it comes to essential needs and recession resilient sectors, number one on my list is healthcare and elder care. The healthcare and the elder care sector, right? This is driven by an aging global population, mostly outside of Africa, because the median age of an average African is 20 years old, 1920. Now, demand is continuous, right? Demand is continuous, and this includes not just clinical roles, but also administration, home care services, and health tech like telemedicine, right? Healthcare and elder care. That's number one. Number two is food and grocery. Food and grocery. People must eat. Now, during economic uncertainty, home cooking of food increases, right? And this supports grocery retail. I mean, people who are into grocery, they get to make higher sales, right? And, innovative food services, affordable innovative food services, streams of meal delivery. I mean, you can think of Glovo, right? You can think of Jumia Food, right? These are operating in the food and grocery sector. The third important non-negotiable are essential home and auto services. When we talk about home services like plumbing, like electrical repairs, like HVAC, right? Like automobile repairs. And guess what? Too many of the artisans that operate in these industries are very, very incompetent. You will carry your car to some workshop with a particular issue. By the time you are leaving with additional issues. Right? Most especially as we move in 2026, there's going to be high demand for this. If you can come up with innovative tech-powered solutions, you are going to make a lot of money. Right? Because these are essential, non-negotiable. If the AC is faulty, they need someone to come and repair it. Right? If the car is faulty, they need someone to come and repair it. If some cables are burnt, they need someone to come and repair it. Right? Essential home and auto services. The next important essential is financial and advisory services. Financial and advisory services. These are essential needs. One of the reasons why we launched or we founded the Circle of Investors Africa was because we realized that a lot of people are economically and financially illiterate. And we saw it as a need to be met. And right now, tens of people are now members of the club, and then we are helping them, offering financial and advisory services to them on an ongoing basis. Right? When we talk about financial and advisory services, it includes budgeting, tax planning. The tax people are going to be making a lot of money as we move into 2026. So if you have some kind of tax certification, go and adjust your certificate. Yeah. You're about to start making a lot of money from 2026. Right? Tax planning, financial guidance, investment advisory services. Right? These are essential needs. Right? Another essential service is discount retail and e-commerce. We're launching um, an e-commerce brand next year, right? We have been contemplating it, but we are finally launching it next year. See, if you launch a discount retail brand or an e-commerce brand next year, I promise you. But of course, you have to set up the structures appropriately, right? I promise you, you are going to make a lot of money. Value-focused shopping is growing now. I mean, I bought this chair for 400,000 plus, and I was so disappointed. I got it from Temu. Ever after this chair, after I got this chair, I stopped getting anything from Temu because you will see something, they will deliver something else. But if you can have an e-commerce platform that delivers quality, trust me, you are going to make a lot of money. Right? And that is part of what we're going to be doing next year. This one is not just spending money on ads. We would strategically visit, certain locations, physical, traditional, marketing. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to let them realize that, see, when it comes to quality, it's going to be non-negotiable on our platform. Quality, high quality. Nothing substandard will be on the platform. It's either you can afford it or you can't afford it. But if you can afford it, you can trust that it is only quality that will be delivered to you. Because me, I have very, very high taste for quality. So I can't afford to have anything that is substandard, sub-quality on an e-commerce platform that I am, an architect of. I can't afford it. So we're not going to be, doing all this price war thing. It is high quality and this is the price. If you can afford it, trust me, you're going to get high quality delivery. Right? So these are some of the things, some of the essential needs and recession resilient sectors. These things are not going to go away. The next important focus should be high growth and future-oriented sectors. High growth and future-oriented sectors. And the first on this list is the green economy and sustainability sector. See, these industries are being shaped by long-term global trends. And they are creating new career paths, new business opportunities. Don't be like those who were sluggish to pivot into the internet-powered economy in the late 90s and early 2000s. Don't be like that. The green economy and sustainability sector is real. And it's a major growth frontier. See, and it has been projected that by 2030, up to 24 million new jobs are expected to be created in areas like renewable energy. When we're talking about solar engineering, we're talking about wind engineering, renewable energy, environmental protection, and sustainability transportation. 24 million new jobs by 2030. See, I've met people who talk about how AI is going to take our jobs. AI is not going to take your job. People who have adopted AI will take your job. Right? the green economy and sustainability sector. These are high growth and future oriented sectors. And then the second important high growth and future oriented sector is life sciences. Life sciences. This sector is a top global growth area, right? Because AI is accelerating breakthroughs in clinical trials, in disease diagnostics, right? In disease discovery, in urgent, innovative solution sectors, right? Now, urgent demands are being created for professionals who can bridge the gap between data science and biology. I posted a video a few days ago where I talked about the 4 important systems. The biology is a system, your mind is a system, the physical systems, the other human beings you relate to, business, your 9 to 5 is a physical system, it's a system. The cultural and spiritual system, right? You being able to bridge the gap between data science and biology is going to make you a lot of money as we move into 2026 and beyond. Now, how do you strategically position yourself to win in 2026? How do you strategically position yourself? Let's do a little more steps. Tell us what you are planning to do in 2026. It could be something that it could be a continuation of what you have been doing before now, or it could be something new. Tell us in the comment section. What are you planning to do in 2026? What career are you pursuing in 2026? What profession? What business? Tell us. It's either a continuation of what you have been doing or something you are starting, you are starting up on in 2026. Tell us in the comment section. Now, to make this, transformation, you must frame it within the realities and opportunities in your locality. Tech startup, beautiful, right? Learning to localize global opportunities is going to be one major advantage for you in 2026, where you map global trends to local needs. For example, recession resistant services like essential repairs, affordable food retail, and financial advisory. There's a woman in my neighborhood, she sells beans and plantain. And I don't know whether she does it because of, she just wants to have me as a customer. 1,000 naira beans and plantain. Ha! I'll be asking, the person that goes to buy it for me, that, bro, did you go and steal this thing? I mean, I love beans and plantain a lot, right? And special delicacy. Now, if she can build, a retail delivery structure around it, she can really make a lot of money. I know people who comfortably pay 3,000 naira for what she's selling for 1,000 naira. Comfortably pay 2K for it. Right? So these kind of services, if you can adopt global strategies, global suggestive strategies, right? into it, I trust you. I'm sorry, trust me, you are going to make a lot of money. Right? Financial advisory. I'm delving deeper and deeper into that. I'm in real estate. Right? So I'm delving deeper and deeper into financial advisory. We're structuring a club, Circle of Investors Africa, to offer next level high grade financial advisory services. Because these are going to perpetually be relevant in Nigeria. You know me, I'm not going anywhere. I'm never going to relocate. I mean, some people are now listening to me now. Now that they are seeing the trend, the global trend of how everybody is thinking Nigeria, everybody is thinking Africa. So the people I was advising in 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, they are now listening to me. They are now listening to me, right? Right? The green economy aligns with local needs in solar energy, waste management, sustainable agriculture. Are you aware that up to 50% of agricultural produce gets wasted every year? Why is it that people who studied agricultural technology, agriculture, agric extension, they are not coming up with innovative solutions? I don't understand. What is the essence of agric extension that you studied? What is the essence of agricultural technology you studied? Agricultural science. What's the essence? If in 2025, 50% of all agricultural produce is still being wasted. It's not my job. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to come up with innovative solutions in agriculture. Even though I'm playing in agriculture, I'm an investor in agriculture. I'm not thinking of innovation in agriculture. I don't have that bandwidth. I don't have that bandwidth. It's those of you that studied agricultural science, agricultural extension, agricultural technology, agricultural engineering. It is your job. Right? Now, another important place to look, to pay attention to when it comes to strategically positioning yourself to win in 2026 is learning how to bridge digital and physical. Learning how to bridge digital and physical. Everybody knows how important digital skills are. Everybody knows how crucial. Tell us in the comment section, what are the digital skills you have acquired and mastered so far? Tell us in the comment section. What are the digital skills you have acquired and mastered and that you have started making money on the back of? Tell us in the comment section. Now, as important as digital skills are, as crucial as they are, you need to also understand that the future is digital, a blend of physical and digital. Right? You must learn how to blend physical products and services and digital tools as we move into 2026. Marketing, sales, operations. There has to be this blend. A tailor using TikTok and Instagram for taking inquiries and customer service. That's part of what we're talking about. A farmer using WhatsApp for marketing their produce. They are already on this path. Right? Bridging digital and physical. Now, the next important thing is adaptability and multiple streams. Adaptability and multiple streams. Right? A key strategy for resilience in the economic and financial world, in the income generation world, in the revenue generation world, is diversifying income. If you only make money from one income source, trust me, you are quarter to vulnerability, economic and financial vulnerability. You can't be making money just from one stream, right? And it's a well understood concept in Nigeria when we talk about side hustle, side business. Even if you work a 9 to 5, you should have something you should have a side business that generates some kind of income for you. I don't care even if you make 2 million naira per month. It doesn't matter. It is not about whether you make good money, a good salary. It is about understanding how you hedge yourself against economic and financial vulnerability. Everyone needs to be strategic about building an arsenal of complementary skills or revenue streams. See, I have multiple streams of income, multiple, and I'm still working on additional ones. As in, there is nothing that can happen in this economy that all my streams will not be producing any kind of income. It's not possible. And I'm strengthening all of them by the day. Right? But you see, you have to align with stable sectors. The stable sectors that I mentioned above, that I mentioned earlier. Learn about big markets. And guess what? When it comes to big market, when I say big market, I mean market where you can make big money. Market where you can make at least ₦1 million per month. 10 million naira per month. 100 million naira per month. Such markets. Now understand that these markets have very, very lazy players. Folks who have come to the point where they think that, oh, okay, I'm a force in the market. So their work ethic has dwindled. That is your loophole. See, every industry I operate in, every market I operate in, one of the things I do from time to time is loophole audits. In the real estate industry, I'm always I'm always carrying out loophole audits. In the consulting industry, I'm always carrying out loophole audits. In the investment sector, I'm always carrying out loophole audits. In the financial advisory sector, I'm always carrying out loophole audits. And in this sector, there are multiple industries. See, you should not start a business if you don't understand the loophole of that industry. You are just going to become a statistic. One of the statistics of those who start businesses and fail within 6 months to 5 years. Your business should be a solution to the loophole of the marketplace. And this is one of the things I help startup founders to get an understanding of nano businesses, micro businesses. And for your information, if you're a business person or you are planning to start a business and you have not joined the Business Fitness Challenge, you are doing yourself a great deal of yourself. The Business Fitness Challenge is an initiative and a platform that has been designed to help you hold you accountable to the things that you have said that you're going to do in your business, and also offer you some kind of technical support. Because everybody talk about, oh, entrepreneurship is a lonely journey. You are lonely because you have chosen to be lonely. The Business Fitness Challenge is first of its kind in Nigeria, first of its kind in West Africa, and I dare say first of its kind in West Africa. It is a marathon business challenge. Business building is not a sprint, it is a marathon. The reason why the majority of those who come into business fail between 6 months and 5 years is because they are powering business with instant gratification. You cannot build business You cannot build business with instant gratification. You need what I call marathon consciousness. And that is why the Business Fitness Challenge is a 9-month challenge, not a 7-day challenge or a 30-day challenge. It's a 9-month challenge. And I hear people say things like, oh, people will get bored. Get bored. It simply tells me that you are not an entrepreneur. It simply tells me that you're not a business person. That a platform exists to hold you accountable, to help you pivot things like procrastination, loneliness, depression, cluelessness. And you are saying that because it's 9 months, you are not going to take it seriously. Don't take it seriously. And a platform that will offer you technical advice on the go. And you're complaining that it's 9 months. Okay, see, every year we're going to be doing business challenge. From December to August every year. Because our goal is to help create tens of thousands of jobs and help empower 30,000 out of them. 30,000 within the next couple of decades. 30,000 businesses that will be resistant to failure. That will know what to do per time on an ongoing basis. The requirement for building a future-proof business. That is what we are doing with the Business Fitness Challenge. And if you are yet to join, and if you are yet to join, click the link in the bio. If you are watching from Instagram or TikTok, or if you're watching from YouTube, from Facebook and LinkedIn, check one of my latest posts. You will see it there, or just send a DM, right? We'll share the registration link with you. Now, if you have already joined the challenge, but you are not taking it seriously, you are doing yourself a great deal of disservice. Because see, we set up the Business Fitness Challenge in tandem with the things that will position you to win in 2026. If you're not proactive about doing, for instance, almost 40 people have joined it. More than 100 people registered. About 40, I don't know, 40. 38 people have joined the community. But guess what? I think only 5 people or 6 people have done the exercise, the first exercise of the community. Only 6. And this is just letting me know that most of our entrepreneurs, most of our business people are not really serious. Something that won't take more than 20-30 minutes to do. Only 6 people have done it out of the 38 people that have joined the community. Only 6. And guess what? Over about 110 people registered so far. 110. And only 38 joined the group. I think over 50 have joined the community, but only 38 have joined the group, the actual WhatsApp group. Only 38. What does it take to join a group? Just click. All the 110 people that registered, we sent all of them an onboarding email. Guess what? Only 50 people actually clicked the WhatsApp community. And after they joined the WhatsApp community, only 38 clicked to join the actual WhatsApp group. Because there is a difference between a community and a group. It is pretty important that we understand that 2026 is a startup year. It's a year of leading yourself like never before. It's a year of self-management like never before. If you don't manage yourself and lead yourself efficiently in 2025, you are going to be left behind. I promise you. And that's why, joining a challenge like ours will help you, be on your toes. Right? You are going to learn how to, what's the word now? Start up a business, grow your business, start up multiple streams of income, even in your business. The things to do, even in one business, be generating 2, 3, 4 different incomes. These are some of the things you're going to be learning in the Business Fitness Challenge. And guess what? We're not even charging anybody any money. The only thing you're paying for is the subscription, the TikTok subscription, because we have a business class every Sunday by 7 p.m. for about 1 hour, except there are, questions and answers, right? For about 1 hour every Sunday. But even within the week, we're also going to do subscription only live sessions where it's just an interaction. I'll just go live maybe on a Tuesday and it's subscription only, and I'm doing question and answer, you know, with the members of the challenge. Now I think only about 6 people or 5 people. No, I think about 6 people have subscribed. If you are yet to subscribe on TikTok and you are a member of the challenge, a member of the community already, please go and subscribe. Right? You say you want to make money. That means subscribing on TikTok should not be an issue. You say you want to start generating 500K every month, 1 million every month. Subscribing on TikTok, subscribing to my TikTok channel should not be an issue, because from this Sunday, it's only going to be subscription-based business class. Right? You're watching on Instagram, you're watching on YouTube, you're watching on Facebook and LinkedIn. Go follow me on Instagram. I'm sorry, on TikTok at Shim Ambassador TV. And make sure you subscribe. Now is the best time for you to subscribe. Right? Just click on the subscription button and then use your card to subscribe. I promise you that you are going to make multiple folds of that subscription from the insight that is going to be generated from the Sunday business lessons, right? So, multiple streams is non-negotiable. Having multiple streams of income. I have over 9 streams of income. Over 9. I'm still counting. I'm starting an e-commerce business. My assistant and I, we're partnering together next year to start an e-commerce business. It's going to be both local and international. Right? You can't afford to just have one stream of income. And you can't say that, entrepreneurship or starting a business is difficult. Yes, it's difficult. But you see, it can be, it can continue to be difficult if you don't have the right people who understand the business terrain, who can guide you on how to navigate the troubled waters of the business terrain. Somebody like me, who once upon a time, I used to refer to myself as a serial failure. I started my entrepreneurial journey in 2006. Next year, I'll make it 2 decades of being on my entrepreneurial journey. Trust me, I can offer you the catalytic insights that will help you upgrade your business game. I'll help you upgrade your business. And that's why you should join the Business Travel. Right? Now, aside adaptability and multiple streams, for those of you in the diaspora, right? Leverage the fact that you are in the diaspora. Right? You need to position yourselves as valuable bridges for knowledge, investment, and market access between your country of residence and Nigeria. See, it should not be you that will be coming live on TikTok and be saying, Nigeria is a failed state. Nigeria is a shithole country. It should not be you. Leave that one to non-Nigerians. Because you are supposed to be an ambassador. You are supposed to be the bridge, the economic bridge between your country of residence and Nigeria. And there are certain things that you need to acquaint yourself with, certain technicalities. You don't know that you can actually make a lot of money. Aside the 2-3 jobs you do there, there are other strategic ways you can make money. As a diaspora, as a Nigerian living in the diaspora, as a Cameroonian living in the diaspora, as a Ghanaian living in the diaspora, as a Liberian, Sierra Leonean, Togolese living in the diaspora, right? You need to get very creative about this and be courageous enough to pursue it. You already have an advantage, a diasporic advantage, if there's anyone like that, over those of us that are living in Nigeria. And see, you leverage people like us who are on the field, who are on ground in Nigeria. You leverage us. You connect with us to be able to make things happen for folks who want to leverage investment in Nigeria, who need knowledge about the terrain, about the business terrain, who want to invest. Right? You be the bridge. Do you know how many expatriates come to Nigeria every week? And you are in those countries. Why are you not positioning yourself as the one to help make their seamless transition happen? Why? I just focus on the jobs that you're doing there. Whereas this can make you a lot of money. Right? Now, one of the things you have to do as you go into 2026 is to carry out a skills audit. List out all the skills you have. All the skills you have, list them out. Because a lot of people are not proactive about listing out their skills. Some people have even forgotten that they have some skills. Right? There are basically two types of skills. There is a traditional functional skills, right? And there are the meta skills of the age we are currently living in. Now, let me quickly list some of the traditional functional skills. Number one category is business and commercial skills. These are the classic pillars of professional competency, the traditional functional skills. Business and commercial skills. We'll talk about finance, finance and accounting, budgeting, financial analysis, P&L management, right? Profit and loss management. We'll talk about marketing and sales. We'll talk about market research, market penetration, branding, lead generation, customer relationship management softwares, negotiation, closing. These are business and commercial skills. And we'll talk about strategy and business development, right? Operations and supply. We'll talk about logistics, process optimization, inventory management. These are traditional functional skills. These are the basic skills, the foundational skills that you are employed for in any industry. Right? Entrepreneurship is a traditional, commercial skill, business skill. Entrepreneurs are the venture creators. Business modeling, fundraising. These are major next level, scalability skills. Project and program management. These are business and commercial skills, right? These are part of the traditional functional skills, right? Business and commercial skills. That's number one. Number two are hard skills, hard and technical skills, and these are domain specific. Number one on my list is engineering. Different kinds of engineering: structural engineering, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, software engineering. You must learn the domain-specific engineering principles and master it and be able to communicate it to a 6-year-old. How can you be a mechanical engineer and you don't understand the basic repairs principles? Electrical engineer. That is what we have in Nigeria. Right? Engineering, hard skills. Technical skills. Information technology is another hard skill. Network administration. See, a lot of money. The salaries are mentioned, of these skills I'm mentioning, they are next level salaries. Network administration, database management, cyber security protocols. Now, one of the things I've seen about people with these skills is that a lot of them do not know that if they can just add a commercial skill like sales, selling, master selling, even as an engineer. Oh man, the kind of money you are going to make, you'll be shocked, you'll be surprised. Right? Information technology, second important hard skill of the 21st century. Data science, third important hard skill. Statistical modeling, machine learning algorithms, data visualization, agentic AI, data science. Number 4, healthcare. Healthcare. Right? These are hard skills, technical skills. We'll talk about clinical procedures, alternative healthcare, ailment diagnostics, patient care protocols, healthcare. See, me, I've been exploring alternative healthcare. And by 2027, I'm launching a brand, an alternative healthcare brand in 2027. Because next year we have some things that we're launching, right? For 2027, we're launching an alternative healthcare. Some of you, I don't know whether you know, I've been exploring, alternative healthcare education since like 2002, 2001, 2002. In 1999, towards the end of 1999, I was diagnosed with acute rheumatic fever. And prior to that time, I used to be diagnosed with malaria a lot. They told me that I had a lot of malaria parasites in my bloodstream. So there's no way I won't be falling sick of malaria in perpetuity for the rest of my life. So that I will have to keep managing malaria. As a young lad, I told myself that no, I'm going to challenge it. I must figure out why. As young as I was, as a teenager, they were telling me that I will have to manage malaria for the rest of my life. All of this, there was a time I had cerebral malaria. All of this led me to start researching, start doing all kinds of next level research into healthcare, into medicine, right? And I kid you not that I've assembled all kinds of healthcare insights, right? So 2027, we're going to be launching an healthcare brand, an alternative healthcare brand, right? Some of you know that I'm a vegan. In the past 4 years, I've been a vegan. I've not eaten meat in the past 4 years. I've not eaten anything from animal, whether it's meat, whether it's fish, whether it's animal milk, whatever. Anything from animal and processed foods, I don't eat them, right? And I kid you not that my health has been phenomenal. So the alternative health grant is going to be launching in 2027. Why? Because I know that it's an essential need. A lot of people are sick. A lot of people are sick. And the mainstream medicine is not doing justice to it. Because, of course, mainstream medicine, the curriculum of mainstream medicine was created by somebody who was only financially propelled, John D. Rockefeller. He's the one that designed the medical curriculum. I hope you guys know that, right? So, and he was not a medical doctor. Anyways, that's the talk of another day, right? So now, legal and compliance is another hard skill, very, very essential skill. Contract law, regulatory standards, litigation procedures, etc. These are essential needs, and they are going to remain essential needs in perpetuity. See, I became a consultant because I knew that forever and ever there will be needs for consultants. I'm operating in the real estate industry because I knew that forever and ever there will be need for lands, there will be need for houses, there will be need for structures. In the future, there will be places where their house has been in existence for like 70 years. They will just bring it down and they will rebuild. They will build something, a new kind of edifice, right? Real estate will always be relevant forever and ever, right? Same as legal and compliance. And then skilled trades. As we move into 2026, skilled trades are going to become much more relevant. Carpentry, electrical works, machine repairs, like the engines of cars, the engines of generators, machinery repairs, welding, right? Skilled trades. One of my consulting clients in 2021, we co-founded a tech company, but due to the fact that there was some issues with our company, the real estate company, we could not continue. There was one of the projects that we actually spent a few millions on that project was an artisan project, a tech-based, web-based artisan project, right? Web and app-based, called Quick Fix, where artisans you could book an artisan the same way you book a ride. And we were designing in such a way that an artisan will not be more than 200 meters from where you're, max 500 meters from where you stay, from your office or from your home, right? So that was what we were designing, but issues happened and we could not continue with it, and that was eventually what led me to now start my own tech company in 2023, and we're working on something like that as well, right? So this is a need, this is an essential need, that if you are proactive about delving into it and coming up with maybe an AI powered solution, you're going to make money. But of course, it is not enough to have the technology or to have the staff. You have to have the right team. The right team. Team building is something that I've seen that a lot of African entrepreneurs do not know how to deploy. Right? Having a sales and marketing team is non-negotiable. Most founders are culpable to this. Most founders do not have a viable sales and marketing team. And if you're a founder here and you don't have a functional sales and marketing team, not just that you have a sales and marketing team, functional, that knows what they are doing, right? You don't have such, then you need to employ our services, right? Ashim Ambassador Global Limited, right? We have a service called Peak Performance Consulting Service, right? And part of the deliverables of the service is to assemble your sales and marketing team and also equip them to produce results, right? Skilled trades. And then finally, design and creative arts, right? Under the art skills and technical skills, design and creative arts. Graphic design will never go out of vogue. Forget what they're saying. Oh, AI generated design, no problem. Somebody will have to put in the prompt. Graphic design, UI UX principles, architectural draftings, video editing, filmmaking. I'm learning filmmaking right now because we are launching a filmmaking brand, a storytelling, a business storytelling filmmaking brand next year. So personally, I'm learning filmmaking, and I'm also partnering with some people in the filmmaking industry as well, right? Filmmaking, go and learn filmmaking. You're going to make a lot of money in 2026 and beyond. Learn it well. Learn it well. You can learn smartphone enabled filmmaking. There's a lot of money to be made, right? Then the third essential sector is professional workplace skills. You know, I said the first was business and commercial skills. The second was hard skills and professional workplace skills, right? Professional workplace skills. Number one is administration, administration skills. The office management, you know, Microsoft Office, Google Office, scheduling, appointment setting, record keeping, office management, administration, customer service, support protocols, complaint resolution, customer success, customer service, research and development. These are professional workplace skills. Do you know that, you know, with R&D, every business needs an R&D. It's either the CEO that is doubling as the R&D personnel, R&D officer, or you have someone who is dedicated, is their job, research and development. They carry out market research. They understand the different market research methodologies. You know, they are able to come up with the research that will be shared with the innovative team for them to come up with experimental designs. Right? These are the ways to position yourself to win in 2026. Identify which of these skills, which of these industries, which of these sectors you want to pivot in, which of these skills you want to adopt. Now, some of the soft skills that you need, soft and technical skills, you know, that you need to incorporate into your skill arsenal. Number one, cognitive and analytical skills. Cognitive and analytical skills. Number two, digital and tech-enabled skills. Digital and tech-enabled skills. These are soft and meta skills. Number three, interpersonal and social skills. Your interpersonal intelligence has to be on point. Your intrapersonal intelligence has to be on point. Number four, leadership and self-management skills. Leadership and self-management skills. In 2026, if you still need a supervisor to come and be looking, checking you every now and then if you have done what you ought to do, you are going to be left behind. Leadership and self-management skill, number four. Number five, creative and innovative skills. Creative and innovative skills. And number six, meta skills. Learning how to learn. Right? It is pretty important that you identify which of these things you are lacking. Identify which of these things you need to adopt and take seriously in order for you to be positioned to win in 2026. I kid you not, you are going to be able to win in 2026 if you navigate appropriately, if you position yourself appropriately. Right? A marketer needs hard skills in SEO and soft skills in creativity and digital skills. Right? Digital skills like analytical thinking, understanding analytics. An engineer needs art technical knowledge and cognitive skills for problem solving. An engineer also needs interpersonal skills for collaboration. Right? A nurse, for instance, needs clinical hard skills and profound emotional intelligence and adaptability. Right? Now, in essence, functional categories like business and career hard skills answer the question, what do you do? Right? What do you do? Talks about your domain, your domain knowledge, and your technical procedures. That is what the functional categories and addresses. Now for the meta soft skill category, it answers the question, how do you do what you do? Right? The cognitive skill, the social skill, the adaptive capabilities that you apply within your domain. And you need to integrate that seamlessly. Because see, the most capable modern day professionals build a T-shaped skill profile, right? A T-shaped skill profile, deep expertise in one or two functional areas, which is the vertical bar of the T. Deep expertise. Have deep expertise in consulting. Have deep expertise in real estate investing. Have deep expertise in publishing, in writing, professional writing, deep expertise. I started learning professional writings in 2003, 2004. I have deep expertise in selling. Me, I even have more than two, right? Deep expertise in one or two functional areas, which serves as the vertical bar of the T. And then complemented by a broad span of modern meta skills, which serves as the horizontal top of the T. The most capable modern day professionals build a T-shaped skill profile. Pretty important. See, there is a concept called skill stacking. You keep stacking up skills. I'm up to 20 skills. I'm learning filmmaking right now. I've learned it. I mean, when I was on campus in 2011, 12, I ventured into e-commerce. I imported my first power bank in 2011, 2012, right? But recently, I took a training. I think I paid 30K or something. I took a training on e-commerce. See, you stack up skills. That is the only way you are not going to be relegated to irrelevance. You must keep stacking up skills. Right? Now, finally, let me talk about the arts, science, and crafts of the vision phenomenon. As you go into 2026, it is important for you to craft a functional vision. The people who know me know that I'm a visionary person. I have a vision. As well as I have multiple visions. I have a high sense of mission. Right? I am visionary in the way I power my internet existence. The art, science, and craft of vision crafting, vision phenomenon, future focus, future alignment. Because see, going into the year with a vision is the most guaranteed way of achieving the greatest deal of success in that year. Right? You must come up with a concise vision. Precisely the vision you want to use to chaperone the trajectory of 2026. And you must have it in writing. It's not in your head. You must write it down. The vision, your personal vision for 2026. I'm not talking about what your church will tell you in December 31st. That's your church vision, not your vision. Right? Also, you must plan the work that your vision will entail in advance. You must know the work that you need to put in to engineer that vision into material reality. Meaning that you must plan for the work of 2026. The work you are going to do in 2026, you must plan it from now. A lot of people have visions, but they have impotent work ethic. Very ridiculous work ethic. I want to be a billionaire. You want to be a billionaire, but your work ethic is a work ethic of or zeronaire. A work ethic of a zeronaire. You must plan the work that you are going to do in 2026. The level of work that you must give to achieving that vision, you must know it in advance. A lot of people overestimate their visions, their dreams, and underestimate the work input. You hear some people saying, I can't kill myself. What have you even done? What have you done? You can't kill yourself. Who is asking you to kill yourself? What have you done specifically? The work ethic is zero, and you're talking about you can't kill yourself. You have binge watching Netflix, jumping from one comedy skit to another from morning till night, and you're still talking about you can't kill yourself. Right? So it is pretty important that you sit down and come up with a vision, personally, a vision that you want to use to chaperone 2026. So I think I've covered everything that I plan to share. One of the ways we can position ourselves to win in 2026 also is investing, right? Investing in your business, investing in real estate, investing in agriculture. Your corporate career, investing in salesmanship. Yeah. So yeah, if anybody wants to come up, for those of you on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, if you have any question, just come to TikTok, and we can shoot your question. If anybody have any question, you can send a request and come up. I'll bring you up right now. 2026 is a startup year, like I've been saying since the beginning of this year. 2026 is a startup year. If you have been struggling in any area, you can start afresh in 2026. If you have been struggling in business, you can start afresh in 2026. If you have been struggling in your career, you can pivot to a new career in 2026. But plan it before the end of this year, right? And if you need guidance, from someone like me, I would just advise you to just join a business fitness challenge. If you don't want to join, no problem. You can book a private session where you pay 150,000 naira, right? But to join the business fitness challenge, you're not paying anything. I'm still going to have a private session with you, right? So if you're interested in joining the business fitness challenge, just click the link in my bio or send a DM, and I'll share with you the details, and we'll be able to bring you on board. Any question? Any question? Now is the time for you to ask a question. A lot is going to be happening in the business fitness challenge. We're going to be transforming businesses, transforming entrepreneurs. Also, there is a business fitness challenge premium. This one is for entrepreneurs who are already doing good, doing well. They want to take their entrepreneurship to the next level, their business, their company to the next level. We have BFC Premium. And BFC Premium, it's premium, and they are paying 3 million naira to be a member. Because I know that some people, they won't take the free serious. They are past that level already. So they're going to pay 3 million. And we're going to be looking at their business in the next 8 months. We're going to be helping them, pivot their business systems and structures and all that. Right? But the business fitness challenge is free, but the premium is not free, right? So yeah, any question, any question, any question, any question. Let's have your question. If there's no question, then we're going to be ending the live stream. Any question on IG, any question on YouTube, any question on LinkedIn, any question on Facebook. I'm not seeing any question. Oh, you're welcome. So since there's no question, I counsel you to join the Business Fitness Challenge. It's going to be one of the transformative challenge you've ever joined. If you've never joined the challenge before, this is going to change your psychology of business of entrepreneurship for good. I guarantee it, right? Thank you everybody who joined. I appreciate you. You know, you join the Business Fitness Challenge, you will know that we go live every day, every morning, 5:50 a.m. for 20 minutes. And then every Sunday, we go, we have a business class at 7 p.m. on TikTok. Thank you everybody who joined. I appreciate you. Have a fantastic, fantastic 2026 ahead. Make sure you prepare. Make sure you go into some kind of solitary retreat. I went on a 90-day social media vacation this year from 1st of September to 30th of November. 2026 is going to be crazy. The things we're going to be accomplishing in 2026, it's not here. It's not here. If you have not done any kind of self-isolation retreat, I counsel you to do it before the end of this year. Dedicate like a few days, 3 to 7 days, right? Know exactly what you want to do in 2026 and come up with a plan, right? So yeah, thank you everybody who joined. I appreciate you. If you work you work in 9 to 5, you work in a corporate organization, you can invite us to come present our offerings. We have a peak performance consulting service. Invite us. Uh, you can chat me up so that I can have a one-on-one with you and see what we can deliver to your company. Most especially, now is the best time for companies to position to win in 2026, right? Or to produce better results in 2026, right? So yeah, thank you everybody. I don't feel like leaving, but I'm not seeing you guys engaging me. So maybe you guys want me to end it, right? So yeah, thank you everybody. I appreciate you. Um, the sales of the thing. Does anybody have any question? Finally, if you have any question, ask it in the comment section. If you're on YouTube, ask your question. My assistant will share it with me. If you're on Instagram, ask your question as well. Yeah, what happened to the sales to the sales of the thing? It's so unique. Yeah, me. Are you aware that up to 75% of all billionaires, of all American billionaires, had some earlier experience in sales, and they are still sales even till now. Bill Gates is a master salesperson. Steve Jobs was a master salesman. Any other comment? Any other question? I don't know why people don't like asking questions on my life. Is it that people are afraid that no matter your field, if you don't master sales, you go nowhere? True. Absolutely. 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 Okay, since nobody has any questions, thank you guys. Have a beautiful night rest. Have a fantastic year ahead. And see you guys on my next major life. Take care.